Good Lord, good Lord, good Lord, good Lord. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know, I am so fortunate because I have some great fans that are out there. In fact, it was kind of crazy because when the news came up that Dak Prescott was on the trade block and things, I had come downstairs to shoot a video of it, and for whatever reason, I'm looking at my software, which is my whole studio software here. The sound wasn't working. I started recording it, and I'm not seeing the yellow bars that are moving up and down, so it means it's no sound. And so typically I end up screwing that pooch on that stuff, and nobody knows, you know, till somebody sends me, hey, there's no sound. Which some people say, hey, that's good because we don't want to hear you. Be that as it may, Momo had called me during that time when I was rebooting the computer system, and that took care of the issue. For whatever reason, the computer just dropped the sound card on him. And Momo was talking about changes in the rules. And Momo, you know, he's always upset. He's one that's going to speak his mind. If he's not happy, he's going to let you know about it. So he ended up telling me about the kickoff and things. Well, going through it, and it's been a crazy day because we had that idiot from Cleveland, and looking at, you know, literally he sent everybody off on a wild goose chase. A guy up in Cleveland, elderly guy, maybe he had dementia or something, I don't know. And immediately I was doing the video saying, I don't see how this can actually be relevant. Sorry. You know, the Cowboys would take on a $142 million dead hit to trade Dak, okay? They're not going to do that. I'm like, the Cowboys wouldn't flip the trigger to get extra cash if they were going to trade Dak because they haven't spent that money. So, I was giving all the reasons why it wouldn't work, and then I get, a text message from Dan Salio's like, our ratings are down right now, so it'd be nice to have some Cowboy talk in here to get the people to follow, because that's how it is. The Cowboys move the needle. We may not win Super Bowls, but we move the needle. You talk about the Cowboys, it's going to happen. And so I had forgotten about the rule changes and things because we had all the other stuff going through. We had Austin Gentry. I got a video up where it's showing his pro day. He's coming to Dallas on, I believe, the 4th and so on. So we got that news. And then, of course, dispelling everything with this Dak trade and stuff. And come to find out, the NFL is coming after Ceedee Lamb. Yeah. Ceedee Lamb. You'll remember some years back, I don't know that anybody else has had a uniform fine before. And I believe he was fined 3 times for having his shirt tail out. 3 times he was fined for having his shirt tail. And I was pointing out all over the place, I'm seeing guys with their shirt tail out. They weren't getting fines. It was one of those things that you made a rule, but the only person that gets hit are the Dallas Cowboys. And I'll give you another one. I will say the running back lowering the head, unsportsmanlike conduct. I believe it was called on Tony Pollard once and Zeke Elliott twice. As far as I know, it's not been called on anybody else. They looked for shit for the Cowboys to screw them over. So now, here's the new rule that goes after Ceedee Lamb. Section 3, page 50, Rule 12, Article 1D. Prohibits acts that shall be no unsportsmanlike conduct. This applies to any act which, in contrary to generally understood principles of sportsmanship, such acts will include, among others, any violent gesture which shall include, but not limited to, throat slashing. Okay, you can't, we know you can't do that one, okay? Simulate firing or brandishing a gun. That's not allowed. Or using nose wipe. Nose wipe. Ceedee Lamb gets that first down. Okay. He's the one that started that. Or any act that is suggestively sexual or offensive. Seriously? Wiping your nose? Oh, so you're taking the side of the NFL? Okay. All right. Moving right along. Oh, typically they kind of. Okay. Okay. If you got Coke on your nose, I'm not sure that that's going to get it off of it. I just don't. Okay. All right. So, explanation here on the kickoff rule that's also pissing off Momo. He gets triggered easy.
It's the electric football approach where they're all in their various electric football poses until the ball is caught by the returner. Some love it. Some in high offices despise it. The reality is it was a one-year fix. So to keep it for 2025, there needs to be at least 24 votes to keep it. And complicating that conversation, Chris, is a push to move the touchback for kickoffs that go into the end zone or out of the end zone and aren't returned to the 35 from the 30. The other possibility, move the kickoff point from the 35 back to the 30. The idea, get even more returns. That's going to be part of this broader negotiation. And I say that because last year, when they went to the league meetings, the proposal was touchback to the 35, and it ended up at the 30.
Yeah.
So those same forces and those same arguments may come up again, and the compromise may once again be it stays at the 30.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see where it goes. I certainly liked the new kickoff rule and what it was. I do. I mean, there was action. It actually was a play. So, yeah. I mean, if they're not going to do the way it was last year, then just don't do anything at all. Because the way it was before, it was just a waste of time. It was a waste of my time, TV time,
Dead
money.
Play.
It was
Dead
totally
play.
stupid, right? I mean, I sat there, 15 different times for Super Bowl 58. Oh, here's the kickoff. Oh, Travis Scott Fiend is playing. Oh, let's get pumped. Oh, touchback, right. I mean, it was just a waste. It's a waste. So I do like the new rule, and I want to see returns. Returns are fun. And I do think another year within this rule is only going to add to the creativity from some of these coaches and having a better feel. And, yes, I want the touchback to be at the 35. I do. I'd like that.
Okay. The touchback at the 35. Yeah, they're always trying to tweak it. You know, the game is a lot different than when I used to play because, you know, what I used to do is now outlawed. I used to be a wedge buster. No, y'all don't know nothing about no wedge. Certainly not about busting it. But then again, maybe that's why I got brain damage. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon. Peace.